Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Welcome to the Sports Talk Network. And we'll be talking about the Big Ten. Hopefully, it looks like I might actually have a guest here, so welcome to stay on if you're watching live. But yeah, we're going over the Big Ten schedule and all that jazz. If I can pull it up here. But I'm just happy that the Big Ten decided to come back, decided to reverse course of what the original decision was. In regards to not playing. They didn't want to. They wanted to move it back to the fall, or move from the fall to the spring, not have fall games. Now decided to come back. I see here, I retweeted on Twitter and I posted on my personal and football Instagram accounts of the 2020 Big Ten schedule. So the only conference left to actually come back is Pac-12, but they're being weird about it, and they probably won't be. But I see I have my guest here. Like I said, for any guests that come on, you're welcome to say whatever they want. I wish you, in regards to rules, and also they do not have to be on camera if they not wish to. Obviously, all I ask is be on audio, otherwise, why are you here? um, but let's see if I remember how to add people. There we go. Hello, Shane.
What's up, man?
Hey, how you doing? What's your thoughts in regards
Doing good.
to the Big Ten?
What'd you say?
What are your thoughts in regards to the Big Ten?
I'm not too big on college.
You watch college football though?
Yeah, a little bit.
What teams do you usually cheer for if you watch?
Texas A&M.
Ah, that's cool. As you can tell, for me, I'm here in Wisconsin, so I go for the Wisconsin Badgers,
Yeah.
but which is why I'm talking about here the Big Ten. But thanks for coming by in regards to and stuff. I mean, I know it was waiting for the Big Ten and the Pac-12 also, if either of them are going to come back for the fall. And unfortunately for the Pac-12, they're not probably not going to be doing so. But at least having the Big Ten, whole crazy COVID era of football. Um, I mean, if there's anything else you want to say in regards to that, it's fine. If you don't have to stay here. But either way, I would appreciate having people here, if they're watching live or otherwise. But yeah, it's nice to have him on here for more moment. But I guess he doesn't know too much about the Big Ten. Why have him here talking about Big Ten? So you know, I'd rather accordingly. So either way, hopefully have him on for the football talk for the Packer game. Have him on Wednesday night. But although, it's going to be interesting. Here we go for the schedule. There's going to be 8 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, 8 games. The games will be starting on October 24th, ending December 12th. So October 24th, October 31st, November 7th, November 14th, November 21st, November 28th, December 5th, and December 12th. I'll be predicting for the Badgers. Everybody else, I'll just be reading your schedules for your Big Ten teams. Um, yeah, we got. I gotta look that up. Rutgers, Scarlet Knights. Oh yeah, Scarlet Knights. Yeah. All right. Sorry, I just had to look that up. You know. All right. So for the Illinois Fighting Illini, your schedule reads as follows. All right, read as follows: at Wisconsin, at home against Purdue, at home against, at Wisconsin, at home against Purdue, at home against Minnesota, at Rutgers, at Nebraska, at home against Ohio State, home against Iowa, and at Northwestern. Schedule reads as follows for the Iowa Hawkeyes: at Purdue, home against Northwestern, home against Michigan State, at Minnesota, at Penn State, at home against Nebraska, at Illinois, at home against Wisconsin. Schedule for Minnesota Golden Gophers: at home against Michigan, at Maryland, at Illinois, at home against Iowa, at home against Purdue, at Wisconsin, at home against Northwestern, and at Nebraska. All right, schedule for Nebraska, for the Nebraska Cornhuskers: at Ohio State, at home against Wisconsin, at Nebraska, or at Northwestern, sorry, at home against Penn State, at home against Illinois, at Iowa, at Purdue, at home against Minnesota. Schedule for the Northwestern Wildcats: at home against Maryland, at Iowa, at home against Nebraska, at Purdue, at home against Wisconsin, at Michigan State, at Minnesota, at home against Illinois. The schedule for Purdue Boilermakers: at home against Iowa, at Illinois, at Wisconsin, at home against Northwestern, at Minnesota, at home against Rutgers, at home against Nebraska, and at Indiana. All right, schedule for the Wisconsin Badgers: at home against Illinois, at Nebraska, home against Purdue, at Michigan, at Northwestern, at home against Minnesota, at home against Indiana, and at Iowa. I will predict the schedule or predict the record for the Badgers here or at the end. Indiana Hoosiers schedule reads as follows: at home against Penn State, at Rutgers, at home against Michigan, at Michigan State, at Ohio State, at home against Maryland, at Wisconsin, and at home against Purdue. Schedule for the Maryland Terrapins: at Northwestern, at home against Minnesota, at Penn State, home against Ohio State, at home against Michigan State, at Indiana, at Michigan, at home against Rutgers. Following schedule for the Michigan Wolverines: at Minnesota, at home against Michigan State, at Indiana, at home against Wisconsin, at Rutgers, at home against Penn State, at home against Maryland, and at Ohio State. Schedule for the Michigan State Spartans: at home against Rutgers, at Michigan, at Iowa, at home against Indiana, at Maryland, at home against Northwestern, at home against Ohio State, and at Penn State. Schedule for the Ohio State Buckeyes: at home against Nebraska, at Penn State, at home against Rutgers, at Maryland, at home against Indiana, at Illinois, at Michigan State, and at home against Michigan. The schedule reads as follows for the Penn State Nittany Lions: at Indiana, at home against Ohio State. Oh no, yeah, at Indiana, at home against Ohio State, at home against Maryland, at Nebraska, at home against Iowa, at Michigan, at Rutgers, and at home against Michigan State. And finally, the schedule for Rutgers Scarlet Knights. You guys, your schedule reads as follows: at Michigan State, at home against Indiana, at Ohio State, at home against Illinois, at home against Michigan, at Purdue, at home against Penn State, and at Maryland. Like I said, I'll be going over. Hmm, all right, so here for the Badgers. So since we're going to be starting off at home against Illinois, I'm going to go with the win for Wisconsin there, 26-3. Then against Nebraska on the road, I see us getting the win, 35-28. And then we're going to go at home against Purdue, getting a win there, but a tough matchup against Purdue, 16-9. At Michigan, that one's going to be a tough one. But just how things are going on. I think we could pull it out and get the win. So I see us winning all our games, being 8-0. Winning 26-23 against Michigan. At Northwestern, winning there 28-3. At home against Minnesota, winning 35-26. At home against Indiana, see us getting the win there 27-13. And then at Iowa, getting the win there 17-3. There. I mean, upsets could happen for any of the teams here in any of the games, but since it's a short season, you need to be undefeated to have a chance to make the college football playoff. Same goes to Ohio State, Michigan. I mean, looking at their schedules as I ran through them for their fan bases and for people in general to know, um, they got two tough tests for Michigan. Ohio State has what looks like just one. So, but you never know. That's why you play the games. You never know how it's all going to plan out. But hopefully, but yeah, I just wanted to share that. Regards to that, happy that the Big 10 is back. Looking forward to seeing how the games do go. I guess we have to wait until late October. You get close, in the Halloween season, so that's kind of cool. Um, And it will be weird that still college football is happening with winter in the swing of things in November and into early December, but it be what it be. It's crazy 2020 year, and it'll be fun. It shall be grand. Excuse me, but it's only gonna be interesting. But yeah, all in all, thanks to everybody that did watch live and those watching otherwise. No, it does. But yeah, hope you all have a great rest of your day. And above all else, as always, take care.